Welcome to Muncie, Indiana, home of the Ball State Cardinals, and we're looking forward to this matchup, and certainly the fans are showing that they are as well. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cardinals will kick it away to start. Looking for a productive play on first down. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Finds the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Gubatowski. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
From the gun, the ground game. Runs through the tackle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Getting some heat.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The golden flashes headed quickly to the line. To the ground, he's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking for a man, it's Ulatowski. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. Is 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. That is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie. Instead, you knock it off the post.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made after the 1st down. And the golden flashes in the hurry up.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Running back searching for a hole. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The golden flashes are marching down the field.
For the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed on the outside, it's McCray. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, golden flashes. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Ball State 0.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. The Cardinals have a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's
going deep, and he's got it inside the 20. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wide out in motion. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
With the catch, it's McCray. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
He's going to pass. Unloads it downfield. And it's caught inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Here comes the speed on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kent State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
The old toss, right? Toss the field on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. The receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's slow. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Line getting set on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, looking to throw. He's right on target. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Cardinals moving quickly to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. Finds his tight end. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the Cardinals have taken it inside the 20. He's looking for a man on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
They'll run for it on third and short. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snap in the shotgun. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Kent State 14, Ball State 7.
One more snap coming before halftime. It's a draw. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Hey, Sue, I was scared to run that terrible formation again. I could not do it. I could not do it.
We'll try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Offense in an empty set. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback will audible. Dialing up a second down pass play. Complete to the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
First down.
They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Now on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. They'll try to get the first through the air. Shoots it to the left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Cardinals are on the move. Toss to the outside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
He wants to throw here on second down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. The short hands, it's Robinson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 40, inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, golden flashes. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. NC State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field at will. They're up by 28 over Louisiana Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll call for the fair catch here. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Quarterback checking off. On second down, they'll take to the air. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Pocket starts to collapse. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Cardinals racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quick pass on the jet motion. Keeps the legs moving. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Makes the grab, it's Robinson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. He's going to take off. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Looking to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really nice job converting that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Trying to get to him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect.
Open runway ahead. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kent State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fair catch called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Kent State 28, Ball State 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They want to run this quarterback. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. They needed less than a yard, really too far to kick a field goal, a little too close to punt. Really not much of a decision there.
And I really don't care where you're at on the field. Fourth and inches, I like me to get inches, and I'm going for it, especially when you're on the side of the field where you long field goal or maybe just punt the ball. Nah, go for it.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're bringing heat. And he